It's Coach Angel, and we have another workout video. This one is more Pilates. So we'll start seated, because I think that's one of the best ways to get a lot of this done. So make sure you have a comfortable space and area. And go ahead and take the legs out. You can use your legs to hold on to, and we're going to roll ourselves down to the ground. So vertebrae by vertebrae coming down to the ground all the way. Knees bent, pull, so pull the belly in, lift the feet off the floor. Go ahead and take the arms out, and we're just going to take a little bit down to the side, and up, and over. A little bit over, and over. Take it all the way to one side, both arms, both legs, and open, and close. Open, and close. Each time, trying to keep the knees together. See if we can get the shoulders toward the ground, whether they touch or not, doesn't matter. And close. Two more on this side. Open. And close. One more. And close. Bring yourself back to the center. Hands to your side, a little bit to the left, a little to the right. Pull the knees in. Good. One more. And then over to the other side. Both knees on the ground. Arms up. Take it all the way across. And back. All the way over. And back. Good. Last one. Back up to the center, feet to the ground. Start to pull the head and shoulders up, hands to the side of the legs, and start to pull yourself all the way up. Now we're going to do that a couple of times to prepare for a full roll-up. Now full roll-ups can be with the knees bent or full legs extension. Full leg extension, you have to have a lot of control in the abs. So we're going to start with feet on the floor, knees slightly bent. Hands either holding back here or being able to slide. Come back down, hold, and up. Start to come back down, hold, and up. See if you can feel or imagine as you hit the sacrum, and then vertebrae, 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 and roll back up. We're going to get a little bit lower. And back up. A little bit lower. And back up. Back up. Let's do 3 more, and maybe by the third we're all the way down to the ground. If you're not, no worries. And back up. Roll. up. Last one. And up. We are going to take it all the way to the floor and then stay there. So roll yourself, maybe hold behind the thighs, bring yourself down, shoulders down, arms down. Now we're going to pull the belly in, lift the feet up, and do a little hundreds prep. We're not going to do hundreds just yet. You're going to lift your head, lift your shoulders, reach the arms. And then arms down, shoulders down, head down. Again, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and, just kidding. And down. Good. Two more, try to hold the knees together, up, and lower. On this one, hold it all the way up, head, shoulders, arms, hold. Breathe in, exhale, in, exhale. 3 more big deep breaths. See if you can make them deeper. Deeper. And 1. Take it all the way back down to the floor. We're going to do that one more time. This time, as we breathe in, small hand pumps. So pull the belly in, bring the head up, the shoulders up, arms up, breathe in, and out. In, out. Two more. Last one. And down. If you notice, I did 3 in, 3 out. Normal hundreds are 5, but you have to work your way up to that. So next time we do it, actually we'll do this one more time. If you want to try to take it to 5 and 5, go for it. Otherwise, 3 and 3 is fine. Head up, shoulders up, arms up. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last one, out, and down. Good. Go ahead, either grab behind the legs, whatever, but we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. Okay. Big stretch, tuck the head, round the back, give it a little hug. Good, and back up. We're going to come back down to the floor and start with some leg circles. So really kind of stabilizing and holding in the abs. So hands here, start to roll yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down, arms to the side, feet come in, and then pull the belly in, hold the thighs together, okay? So we're just gonna start, so earlier we went a little side to side, very small windshield wipers. We're gonna do that again, right? And left. If it helps, you can take the arms out a little bit wider, maybe even in a T shape. And over. Keeping the knees together, inner thighs together. If I wanted to make this harder, I could always extend the legs out. Right? 2 more. All right, hold it in the center. We're going to keep the belly in, the feet down and up, down and up. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And 1. Holding the legs in. We're now going to take that side to side and forward and back and circle it. So it's over, down, in. Again. Over, down, in. Abs in. Over, down, in. Maybe even smaller circles so we don't see a lot of the movement off the mat. 3 more. 2 and 1. Hold it in. Go ahead and put your feet down for a moment. Plant your feet and just for a little stretch, lift the hips. And stretch. And lower. One more time. Lift the hips and stretch. Push the feet in, lift the hips up and down. Bring the knees back in, hands to your side. We went counter, clockwise, or whichever way you didn't go. In. Try to keep the inner thighs, the knees together. So inner thighs closed. Yeah, 2 more. And back to the center. Once again, feet on the floor. Pull the feet in, shoulders down, belly in, lift and stretch. And down. Lift and stretch. And down. So we're going to add on. We had those feet together. I'm going to keep my left leg on the floor. I'm going to bring my right leg up and all the way up. Shoulders down, belly in. And I'm going to take this to small circles. So a little isolation. Like the toes. Maybe even try a little bit further as long as you can keep this like neutral back. Abs in. Draw the circle. And then hold. Down and up. And up. Straight leg. Foot flexed. Point. Point. See if you can keep this leg straight first, and then see if how close you can get to 90 degrees. Here's 4, 3, 2, toe, take it the other direction. So another circle. Now if you're feeling this kind of in the arms having to stabilize you, then make the circle smaller. I don't want anything else to have to stabilize this except the hips. Smaller. Okay. If you're feeling stabilized, confident, controlled, make it bigger. If it's wobbling, if you're starting to go side to side, then make it smaller. Okay, 3, 2, hold. One more time, down and up, all the way down. Ooh, in, up. Point. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the feet on the ground. Go ahead and pull the knees in. Give them a big hug for a moment. Both feet on the floor. Press the hips up. And release. One more time. Press the hips up. And release. This time the right foot stays, the left foot comes up, and we're going to start with those circles. So first couple ones, you might kind of feel the body moving all over. Make those circles small. Try not to keep the right leg stationary. Try to keep the shoulders stationary. Belly in. Small circles. If everything is, see, I can even feel my right leg starting to want to move. So I'm just going to keep it small. Relax the shoulders, breathe, and then hold. All the way down, all the way up. Down, and up. Straight leg, just this leg is moving, up. So our focus is truly the spine, but our hip complex is attached to the spine and is a huge important piece of how we move. Happy spine, happy life. But if those hips aren't happy, we're never happy because it affects our back, it affects walking, it affects running, it affects life. So with this, the hip flexors here into the psoas muscles is what we're trying to work through and isolate in this section. So everything else sturdy and steady and just up and down. Last 2, because I lost count. And 1, hold it up. Remember which direction and then go the other way. And if I'm being honest, this side does not feel as comfortable as the other side. So I feel like I'm wobbly. I feel like it's weird. And it's not coming as natural to me as it did on the other side. So maybe this is your good side and you're like, I have no clue what you're talking about, or maybe you're feeling the same way. Sometimes we might even feel like a catch and a hinge in the hip. Pay attention to those things. Okay, last 4, 3, 2, and hold, and then down and up. I was even feeling like some cramping in this hip versus the other hip. So your body will kind of like tell you and warn you which side you favor. And the solution to that is to make sure you focus on the side you don't favor. Sometimes our tendency is to cut it short because it's not comfortable. We need that neurological pathway between our brain and that side to be increased. The reason the other side is so comfortable is because we have that connection, that pathway, because we probably use that like a lot more often. Putting on our pants, stepping upstairs. So the reason the other side is not as comfortable is because we're not favoring it, we're not using it as much. So we need to increase the usage gradually, but we need to do that focused. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Pull the knees in, give that hug. Big breath release, feet on the floor. Pull those hips up and stretch. Feet on the floor and lower. Stretch again, all the way up. Now before we add on even more, so we did each individual leg and circles. We're going to play around with both legs. Not crazy just yet, but we are going to play around with both legs. Pull both knees in. Extend the legs up. Legs together, inner thighs together. And we're going to take it down just a little bit, out, and back in. Down, out, in. Now, when we come down, I don't want you down so far that you start to really arch up the back and lose that stabilization or that neutral spine. So keep the neutral spine, keep the belly in, lower, and open and close. Lower, open and close. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. The same thing in the other direction. So think almost like a heart. So right here, we're going to take it up, out, and together. Up, out, together. Flex, out, put, in. Belly in, neutral spine. Straight up, out. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in, feet down. Knees together this time, feet placed on the floor, and push the hips up. Squeeze. And lower. Let's do that again. Knees together, squeeze. Good. We're going to hold it here. Open and squeeze. Open and squeeze. Breathe. Five more. Open, squeeze. Three. 2, and 1. Lower it down. Okay. Hands to the side. Pull yourself all the way up. Ooh. There you go. Take the legs out. Sit yourself up. Reach forward. Let the head drop. And roll it back in. Take the arms out. Turn and reach. And up. Just a little twist. And reach. And reach. Back to the center. Bring the legs in. We're gonna kind of go into like one of the rolling. So it's actually, I don't know which, brain is not working. We're gonna take it in a boat, but it's like a rolling prep. So the boat will help us get into that roll, that rocking. Hands to the side. We're gonna pull the toes in, heels off the ground, any amount that you can. And then if you can, take the toes off the floor. So we can hold back here, hold here, wherever. So hold, good. Hold this here. Then we're going to take the right leg and extend, and then in. Left, and in. Hold the boat. You're right on our sit bones. We're right up and down. Up and down. If you need to, those toes can touch the ground. Lift and down. Here's 5. And up. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Good. Bring it in. Take those legs out wide and forward, any amount, or just take them out here, forward. Good. We're going to try that again, this time with both legs. So go ahead and put the feet on the floor, belly in, hinge. So here we're in boat, toes and feet come off. Both legs halfway, right, left, and down. Right, left, and down. Let's try left, right, and down. Back to right, and left. And down. Last 2. Here's a left and a right and a left, right. Here. Legs out extended. All right. So now, we did the roll-up prep earlier, little by little. We are going to try it all the way down, all the way up. At any point, the knees can stay bent or you can extend them. So hands to the side. We're going to start to come back. And lower. And all the way back, extend. reach it up, drop the shoulders, here, head, shoulders, and now we come all the way up. So here, if you notice, I still had my knees bent. You can also do this with legs down, but you want to be able to hold, let the sacrum come down, vertebrae by vertebrae, arms up and over, up, and here we go, head, shoulders. Okay, so we can still just bend the knees if you want to. I want to show both ways, but we're trying to control it. So here's that curve, roll, and up. We can even reach forward, back in, belly in, arms, extend, reach. Here we go. Let's do 5 more. Now, understanding that maybe the abs are starting to get a little bit tired, we're going to have a few more things that we're going to work on. Do what you can do. We've done a lot of good stuff, even in a half an hour, so if you stopped here, you'd still be totally fine. And play the rest of it another time, or continue. Totally lost count because I can't count and talk at the same time, so I think it's 2 more. Last one. And I sort of lied, because we're going to come all the way back up. But then what we're going to do is actually on the floor. So, go on back down. But this time stay down. Roll it. Good. And stay down. So here is some fun. We're going to pull the head up, the shoulders up as we bend. Actually, I should have done that. Bend the knees. Head, shoulders, pull the knees up. Okay? We're going to grab onto the right leg, pulling it in and extending the left leg out, and then the other side. So my head, shoulder stays up, abs in, and I'm going to move through the legs. In and out. So some of this kind of seems familiar. Wait, I lifted my leg, I did all this. Yes. Breathe. Try not to hold your breath, or this is going to be very unpleasant. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because I'm kind, I'm going to bring the shoulders and head down. I'm going to twist to the right. Woo. Bring it up and twist to the left. Bring it back up to the center. And taking what we just did, but this time opposite elbow, opposite knee. So knees are in, hands are behind the head. It's here and here. 5 more. Here's 5. 3, 2, and 1. Center. Shoulders head down. Pull the knees in to the right side. To the left side. Back to the center. Now, I'm going to show a variation. So, I'm going to pull that head and shoulders up. We did both of these last ones with the knees bent and then extended. What if we keep it extended? Right hand, or hands behind the right leg, and left, and right, and left. Only so low as you can keep that neutral spine. Oh, this is a lot, I know. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Feet on the ground. Go ahead and lift those hips and stretch. And lower. Once again, lift those hips and stretch. Good. And lower. Now remember earlier we did windshield wipers. I'm going to take these legs in, extend these arms out, legs straight up. We know if we need to, we can bend. Start to take them to the right and up and to the left and up. Keeping the shoulders on the floor, only going so far as my shoulders stay on the floor. And up. Good. Here's 5. 3. And 2. And 1. Center, knees, floor. Once again, big stretch. Tuck the chin, push the hips up, and release. Take this now to the side. Hands can support the head. We're going to bend the bottom leg. Hips stacked right over the hips, shoulders stacked over shoulder. I'm going to take this up here and lower down. And toe and down. And up and down. Keep the hips stacked. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and and 1. Bring it back here, hold, forward, and back. Any amount in either direction. Here's 4, 3, 2, whoopsie, and 1. In the center, forward, up, and back. So circles that I can control. Maybe the size of a dinner plate, maybe the size of a barrel, or bigger. Three, 2, and hold, reverse. Good. Small circles to start, be able to control. No rocking back and forth to make the circle. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet together. Pull the knees forward, 45 degrees. Heels together, open and close. And close. Up and lower. So if I had a pull down, it should get right to my heels. So if I'm too far forward, we want that right there, open and close. But I also want to make sure that as I open, I'm not leaning, and then it comes back, and look at the discrepancy between my knees. Line the knees up so the hips are stacked, open, and then it comes back there. You might find you don't have the same range of motion. That's okay, because it will gradually increase as you get used to doing this. Lift and lower. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, over to the other side for the same thing. So, hips squared, shoulders squared, bottom leg bent. Up and down. Full range, whatever that means for you. As high without leaning, because I can do this, doesn't do the same thing. So we're looking for mobility through here, up and lower. Up and lower. Now that means maybe if my toe points out, but I still want my hips here. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in, forward, and I don't have room. Take this forward, back, forward. Yeah, always make sure you have enough room in your space. And hope I didn't just chop off my head by moving. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in, and now it's that circle. Now that ego part of that brain starts to go, make it bigger, make it bigger. But if I'm rocking to do that, I'm not really trying to get all the full benefits of the movement. Stable. And now we're looking for some mobility through the hips. So I just want this leg moving. I don't want my whole body involved. 4, 3, 2, and hold. Reverse it. So that might mean that my ego has to step aside and my circles are small and contained so that I'm not wobbling side to side and trying to use different muscles aside from my glute medius, my glute minimus, all these small hip muscles that stabilize my leg as I land, whether it's walking, running, stepping sideways, or whatever the movement is. This is going to eventually protect my knees and keep me safe by working on these small muscles. So I don't have to have a big production to get the benefits. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come on up. Place both hands in front. And before we finish, so I don't know how comfortable something like this is. If it's not, this might be something that you have to work on also. Kind of a story for another day. However, those quadriceps are so intricately connected with how our knee tracks and our kneecaps that if these are super tight and sitting back here is quite painful on the knees, we have to ask, what is going on? Why are they so tight? What can I do? Just start to loosen them up and create more space here in my quadriceps from my hip to my knee so that my kneecap isn't being pulled and yanked out of its natural groove. But again, story kind of for another day. We're going to place our hands forward, and without any further ado, go ahead and pull your belly in. Start to arch through the back. Let the head drop, flex the spine. And then reverse the same way we went in. So we start to push the spine down, stick the hips out, bring my head forward, and let's do it again. Pull the belly in, start to arch through, let the head drop, tuck the hips. Let's do 3 more. You can even curl the toes under on this one too and really get that stretch through the feet. Place the bottoms of the feet down, push up as if we're being lifted up by our spine. Curl the toes, push the hips down. Good, last one. Here, come back to a neutral spine, neutral feet. Extend the right leg back. And extend the left arm forward. Both are still touching the floor. Lift. And lower. Here's 5. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Both hands placed, both knees placed. Same thing on the other side. Left leg, right hand, lift. 5. Head stays neutral. And 1. Both place on. We're going to take that one step further. Right leg, left hand, extend, and then pull both into the center. Extend, pull both into the center. Three, 2, and 1. Back to center. Same thing on the other side. Left, right, lift, and center. Extend. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down. Stretch all the way back. Arms extended. Bring yourself all the way back up to all fours. Go ahead and let yourself come down, all the way down. Hands place underneath kind of your shoulders. So fingertips just underneath the shoulders. Feet together, thighs together. Feet stay on the floor. Hands placed on the floor. And start to lift your head, lift your chest, and look forward. Good. Hands, we're not using them to push up. Okay. Shoulders down, elbows back. If I took my hands off, they'd still be okay. I can use my hands a little bit, push my feet into the floor, and release all the way down. Right cheek to the floor. And we do it again. Feet together, thighs together. Head down, elbows back. Belly in, lift the head, lift the shoulders, look forward, shoulders down, and then push just a little bit. And down, this time left ear. Take the right arm out. Take the left arm out, head down toward the floor, feet together, thighs together. The head and shoulders start to lift, belly in, look forward, the legs start to come up for 4, 3, 2, and lower, right ear to the floor. Let's do it again. Head faces, feet together, thighs together, arms extended. Belly in, shoulders and head lift. Feet lift, look forward for 5. 4, lift them a little higher. 3, thighs together. 2, head up a little more. And 1, and release. Left ear to the floor. We're going to bring the left arm in front of us. The right arm is going to reach back. If you can grab that foot, fine. If you can't, we're going to just kind of reach back there and lift with our chest, our head, pull the belly in, bring that thigh toward us. If you have that foot or want to put a strap, and then you're going to kick your foot into your hand and try to lift that thigh off the floor for 4, 3, 2, and release. right here to the floor. We're going to do the other side, and then we are about done. So that right arm comes underneath, kind of directly underneath the chest or the head. I'm going to reach back, maybe hold that foot, maybe not today. We can just reach back, lift belly in. If you're holding, kick that foot into your hand, try to lift the thigh off the floor for 4, 3, 2, and release. Left ear on the floor. This last one is a fun one. It's our stretch. Arms out to the side. Right leg bends. We're going to start to roll and push that right foot toward the floor. This is called scorpion. So I snuck a little bit of yoga sorta toward the end. Breathe in, reach that foot toward the floor, reach it toward your hand. And then back in, roll. Arms extended, left leg lifts, roll, and reach. Big breaths here. And then slowly release. You can do that again if that felt good. Otherwise, we're just going to bring our hands directly underneath, push up all the way into all fours. Knees together, sit back. Good. Great job. That was almost a full hour of Pilates, abs, hips. So, great job. If you're a little sore tomorrow, some light stretching, some light movement. The other thing I'll say is this can always be broken up half and half or however. You've seen it all. So take the pieces that you like and work on that section, especially the ones that are harder, like rewind, like, okay, maybe I need to do another more set of that. That was not easy to do. So there's a whole hour of bits and pieces that you can pick and choose and focus on, all for hip, abdominal, spine strength. All right? Great job. Take care.